So Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg are finally dropping. Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg are finally dropping. I guess the well-anticipated collaboration. Snoop Dogg is dropping Missionary December 13th, produced by Dr. Dre. This is, I guess, the first big production hit that Dr. Dre has done in like, what, 15, almost 20 years? I can't think of when his last hit was. I want to say it was that Dancery song. Was that his last hit? That one he did for Mary J. Blige and this Dancery, that Dancery song. We don't need no hateration, moderation, anyway. I wonder is that his last hit? Somebody can let me know if I'm wrong or not, but he dropping everybody was expecting him to drop Detox. That never came out. That album was what? That album was supposed to come out shit. I was living in Florida when they was talking about dropping that Detox album. And that was what? Shit. 20 years ago, damn near. And he still hasn't materialized that. I don't know. Do people even care about a new Dr. Dre collaboration with Snoop at this point? It's been so long. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess older people like myself are probably going to check it out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my era, the 90s era. I was in high school when the first Chronic came out. 93, I had just got to Jones High School when the Chronic came out. And that was the album of the year. I remember everybody had those Chronic. People weren't even smoking weed. Everybody had those Chronic leaf hats. I remember in high school, they eventually banned those when the teachers and the faculty at the high school I went to, Jones High School, kids were rocking the shirt. Remember they had the leaf shirts. That's when the Chronic came out. They had the leaf shirts and the hats. But when teachers and the faculty found out what that shit mean, they're like, why are all these kids walking around with this green leaf on their shirts and wearing medallions with the green leaf and the hats and everything? Because it was a bunch of Chronic stuff out. And they didn't know what the hell that shit meant until they found out what it meant. And then I remember they went on the morning announcements. This week is the last week that you could wear anything with the leaf on it. You know what I'm saying? That is considered drug paraphernalia attire. And after this week, it is banned. And anybody that is caught wearing a hat or anything with that Chronic leaf will be sent home or expelled or suspended. Yeah, I remember that morning announcement going out. But for about a month, when the Chronic came out, everybody had the hats. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a Chronic hat with the leaf on it. Because, you know, at the time I knew what it meant, but at the time I didn't smoke weed. But, so Dr. Dre is dropping, they had Doggy Style. So this actually is a follow-up to Snoop's classic Doggy Style that came out in 94. Yeah, it came out a year after, I believe, the Chronic came out. 94, I believe. That was my 10th grade year when Snoop dropped. It's crazy. I think back at my high school years, the 4 years I was in high school, a bunch of classic albums dropped. All 4 years I was in high school. You got 93, which is the Chronic was a big hit. The Chronic came out. 94, which was Doggy Style, came out. I'm trying to think what came out in 95. I want to say the Wu-Tang album came out in 95. Or it might have came out the same year as the Chronic. Something came out in 95 that was a classic. I want to say maybe Nas' album, Illmatic. But then 96, of course, that was, no, B.I.G. album came out. I'm sorry. B.I.G. first album came out in 95. And then 96, of course, everybody was bumping it. All Eyes on Me. Tupac album came out. And then, of course, when he passed away, unfortunately, my senior year, he came out with Machiavelli. I'm saying, like, that year from 93 to 96 was classic albums. But I don't know, do y'all think that Dr. Dre, do y'all think he could drop a classic album again with this Missionary album Snoop Dogg, do you think they could do it again, or do you think that their time is past? Like these guys, hey y'all, y'all need to hang it up. Y'all grandfathers now, literally. Dr. Dre is a grandfather, and Snoop Dogg is a grandfather. Y'all pushing 60. I think Dr. Dre is a little bit older than Snoop. Snoop, I believe, is still in his 50s. Dr. Dre, I believe, is in his 60s now. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Are people? I mean, I'm thinking maybe the momentum will build up more towards the drop of this album, because they just announced it today that Dre is getting ready. I mean, Dre and Snoop are getting ready to get back in the studio, and they're getting ready to drop Missionary. Do y'all think it's it's over with? Because like I said, the last Doggy Style was shit. I was in high school. I'm in my 40s now. You know what I'm saying? I was in the 10th grade. I wasn't even driving when the Doggy Style came out. You know what I'm saying? We was riding when our parents was dropping off. I was in the 10th grade. I was what? I was 15. Yeah, I was 15. No, 14. Yeah, 15 when Doggy Style came out. I didn't even have my learner's permit yet. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they trying to follow up that album now, 30 years later, I don't know. I don't know if this. I mean, this is just my opinion. I don't know if the momentum is still there, where people are gonna give a damn. Now, if they have a bunch of different, which I'm pretty sure they will. I doubt it just be Snoop. If they have a bunch of different artists on there, like I'm pretty sure I definitely know that Kendrick is gonna be on there. That's for sure. Kendrick definitely is gonna be on there. He's a protege of Dre's. Like they have to have. If Kendrick ain't on there, then it's like, what was the point? You know what I'm saying? Kendrick produced. You know what I'm saying? Compton born. Not Compton born, but Compton, from Compton, like Dre. Snoop is a big advocate of Kendrick. So it's like, I don't see how Kendrick is not going to be on at least one or two songs. I'm pretty sure they're going to have the game. Well, no, I don't know. Now, here's the question. Is the game going to be on this album? Because I felt like Dre has been leaving the game at a lot of monumental moments. He didn't show up to the Kendrick Lamar Juneteenth thing, and he wasn't at the Super Bowl thing 2 years ago when Dre performed at the Super Bowl. So it's like, is the game gonna be on there? Are they gonna have new artists like let me see, who's another new artist from the West Coast? I can't think of no. I'm talking about like recent artists from the West Coast. I'm so out of the loop of the hip hop game, man. Especially the West. I'm a hip hop West Coast fan. I'm a hip hop fan, but I'm a West Coast fan too. I don't think that I don't know if there's any new that Doggy Style. He's a new artist from the West Coast. People compare him to be the new Snoop Dogg, and he's slowly built. BG Perico, if I'm saying his name. I don't even know. I'm thinking. I like him too. Or is Young Thug gonna be on it? Not Young Thug. YG, is he gonna be on the album? He's from Compton, but he's not from Long Beach. But then again, Doggy Style's not from Long Beach either. He's from San Bernardino. He's from Dino, as they call it. So I don't know. It's I'm curious to see how this album is gonna be, because I'm a big Dre fan. I like his production work. Can Dre produce something that is? Can Dre produce something that can fit in with this time? Since we haven't really seen his work on anything in some years, will the sound be dated? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Are y'all looking for this Dre album? Do y'all think it's too late? Y'all think Dre might have waited too late to do this? Him and Snoop. I mean, Snoop is still relevant, but Snoop has been doing so much other stuff. He's been doing TV shows, movies. He's been doing commercials. He's active on social media and on podcasts. Is he relevant? People know him as more of just being a personality and everything, versus. But I'm kind of going back and forth with this whole thing because it's like, does everything have to be for young people all the time? Like, for it to be relevant or for it to be popular? Like, everything ain't got to be for people, teens and tweens. Stuff can be for 30 and 40 and 50-year-olds. But are 30 and 40 and 50-year-olds going to support it? That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why people always try to make stuff for young people, because young people have time to consume a lot more entertainment than older people. We worrying about, I guess, kids and taxes and mortgages. We ain't really up on the new music. We trying to get, a lot of us older people over the age of 30, 35 are trying to catch up on bills and, put kids through college. They really ain't thinking about, I'm trying to let him in. I'm about to run in the back of this motherfucker. They really ain't thinking about the new Snoop Dogg and the Dr. Dre album. They worrying about, shit, I gotta come up with these, lunch money for, mortgages coming up, car notes. You know what I'm saying? When when you were a young person, you just going to college, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Just your parents taking care of everything. You probably only got just worry about like your car insurance and your car note. Everything else your parents taking care of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Are y'all looking forward to this album? I'm curious to know what y'all think about this album. Are y'all looking forward to it? Oh shit. Are y'all looking forward to it, or do y'all think that it's too late, too little too late? Okay, you can let me get over or what? I want to know what y'all think in the comments. Hit thumbs up, buddy.